make it slipping from behind. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. When nigga out like an outbreak. Chopper start to make the house shake. Nigga sweeter than a pound cake.
Yo, I got a no more tire machine. Let's see how long it takes to change the tire.
All right, y'all already got the valve core removed, so our first step is to go ahead and break the bead. Now I'm using the Cycle Hill HD Plus model. It cost me about $450 when I bought it. And I guess this is kind of one of the lower end models, based off pricing at least. Now as I'm breaking this here, you can see my foot on the other side. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to break it off that side of the rim as well. Wasn't really working, so I got to rotate the tire and break it off there as well. Now from my experience, you do want to get a good break on there. You want to make sure at least you break it in 2 different places on both sides. So you flip it and you break at 12 and 6 o'clock again. So technically I guess you could say 4 different places. Now I'm trying to go at a pace here that seems pretty reasonable, you know, not really trying to rush, just trying to show what the average DIYer, how much time it might take to do this. Now I am going to be a little rusty in my technique. This is the first tire I've changed in some months. Getting ready to get the season started, so I forget a couple of things that make it a little easier. But I'll point those out when we get to them. All right, what I'm looking for here is the direction arrow on this wheel. I like to have it facing upwards just because it makes it that much easier to match the direction of the tire that you're going to put on. Now with the model that I got, it comes with these posi clamps, I believe is what they call them. That's what I'm using to secure the wheel to the tire changer. Now with this model, I do believe more expensive models have what they call dog blocks. And I believe those might make it a little bit of a faster process, because with these it takes a little bit of time to get everything situated. You have to get that wheel on and then thread a bolt in to secure it down. And there's 2 spools on each of these clamps, so you're trying to make sure that your rim is sitting within these spools. And you can go ahead and tighten it up. I'm using a solution of their lubricant and water to make a little spray lube. Makes it easier to get the wheel off, and then we're gonna drop this bar straight into the center. Now, it has been some time since I've done this, so you gotta forgive me. I'm not very efficient. So one mistake I'm making right here, I'm trying to decide which way do I want to start this thing so I have the most clearance, and I actually did this opposite. I should have started on the opposite side of the clock from where I am right now, just so I have more room to spin around. As you can see, I'm already out of clearance. I can't move this bar anymore, but luckily that's enough tire to go ahead and get that first lip off of the rim. All you gotta do here is you just pull it up. Had I had more space, the bar would have gotten out. Keep shooting myself short because I'm not giving myself enough room to walk around the machine. But just like that, the first tire is off. Didn't take too much time there. And now I'm going to go ahead and lube up the next tire. Now it's pretty cold in my garage, so this is also going to add to the difficulty. Cold rubber is pretty hard to stretch, so I'm lubing up the inner part of the tire. Not a crazy amount, just enough to get it to slide on there. I'm trying to spread a thin layer on there, even though I keep grabbing grease. It's a pretty thin layer I'm putting on. Doing it on both sides of the tire, just because I want to make this a nice and simple install. I usually just muscle it on and just put it on dry, but I didn't realize how beneficial this lube is. So I'm putting it in the drop center of the wheel as well. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab a paper towel and wipe off most of the grease that's on those gloves. Again, I wanted to show y'all the real time it takes. Not from a professional, not from someone who does this very often, but just a DIYer who likes wrenching in the garage. So now I'm checking for the direction arrow, verifying that they're going both ways. Now this slick that I'm putting on, you can flip these, so it doesn't really matter. But it looks like it's worn pretty evenly, so I'm just gonna put it on along with the direction of the arrow. Squeeze your wheel on and you're ready to get started. And you use this yellow thing here, which is a bead keeper. Keeps that tire down in the drop center, and like I said, it's been a minute, so I'm trying to figure out which way does it go. Gonna remember. There we are. Wheels are turning in my head. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to use this tip. Flip it over. And now I'm like, okay, I can get more bar. Here we go. Here you go. This is where I need to be. So I'm rotating the tire around the rim. Now, if you want to put the lightest spot on the tire next to your valve core, you just have to rotate the whole wheel assembly. But I'm going to rebalance it anyways, and most of the time putting that light spot there does nothing for me. So I'm fine with doing what I did. But here I realized, yes, this is where I need to be able to have as much walk around room, and I don't have to reposition the tire. But for some reason, I couldn't figure out how to get this mount bar in. And now we're finally linked up, and now we can walk around using that hip for leverage. Walking around, now it's getting tight. Step around, use that hip. Taking a little bit of force here. We almost there. Gotta keep the tire from spinning. And we are home. Done. All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all stay blessed. Don't be too stressed. Master Yoshi out. Peace.